Hey guys, my name is Tommy and I own this Honda Integra DC2 Type R. Now, I owned this car for a little over 3 years soon, and it is my pride and joy, truly. I love driving this car, but living here in Portugal, maintaining it and keeping everything under wraps as a Type R is very, very difficult. It's been easier earlier. Now it's kind of just time consuming because you're setting aside money to have enough to do the maintenance at all times. And if you haven't owned a Type R before and you're doing this like in these times, it's actually proving that the JDM tax is real for sure. The car has done 235,000 kilometers. I bought it at 175,000, so I've been driving a lot in recent years. Everything works fine and the car starts, and of course it's a Honda, so you'll always have the reliability on your side. Everything about the interior is original. The seats, the rear seats, everything. Only thing we don't have is the original radio, but that's kind of impossible to find these days, and if you find them, they cost you a fortune. Starting the car is always pretty straightforward. You just start the thing and it's up and running. I have a broken lambda, the measure for gases and such in the exhaust. The exhaust has been living a rough life. You'll see it pop on here any second probably. Interestingly enough, it's gonna hold out on us because why not? It's a video, so we'll see it pop on there after a little while. Should do this and we'll see it come on. But yeah, other than this, fully reliable. And then you might be thinking, so what if you own a Integra DC2 Type R? I'm like, well, for many people, this is an absolute dream car, including myself, possibly you as well. If you're actually viewing this video, you've searched for Integra DC2 and what it's like to own one, for example. Many people don't really have the opportunity to know that anymore, simply because, well, they've become very expensive. Bring a Trailer has a couple of proof sales there that tells us that the pristine ones don't have much issue going for $70,000, $101,000, I think, is the highest level sold still to this day. And of course the car market has come back down a little bit, but this does tell us that these cars are going up in value by quite a lot and quite quickly. And we see it on the holy essences of JDM cars. You see it on the RX-7 FD, right? You see it on the Supra, you see it on the Skylines, and you now start seeing it on even the Mitsubishi 3000 GT or GTO. You see it on the 300ZX, you see it as well on the 350Z going upwards, and like we're on this very precipice of skyrocketing the middle class cars. I mean the 200SX, this car, the Integra Type R. You're seeing the Honda S2000 starting to go upwards. You see rival cars as well. Even the RX-7 FC is getting expensive because of lack of availability of them. And also, these are actually special versions of these cars. You know, in America, you have the Integra LS, RS, GS, GSR before you reach the Type R. Yes. And based on that, it makes it quite obvious that having these is something very few people can afford and actually can get their hands on. So how is it like owning one? Let's get into that. It's just something about the lines of the car and just how absolutely powerful it looks when you look at it. But enough about how it looks, yeah? Let's just talk about the main reason, which is the engine of the car, yeah? That's why we buy these cars. And as you saw, mine is made in the spoon image. It's just the regular valve cover in the spoon yellow cover color, and the color is from one of my collaborators, AKR Performance. You can go to their website if you want those colors. They're brilliant, and it's a very nice finish. The issue that we usually have is that this is a Honda engine, and a Honda engine will consume oil for sure all of the time. And I switched all gaskets on this car, and it still doesn't hold up because you need to make another check, which is important, that most people forget to do. Of course, I'm not saying that owning these is particularly expensive. I mean, from a maintenance standpoint, you just change the oil, but you have to refill it often. You have to replenish, and that's the issue. Otherwise, it's fine. But for anyone wondering, I mean, if you have issues with your seats, which I do in mine, my driver's seat has tears in it. You know how much it is to replace the seat? The Recaro SR3 today is $2,500 for one seat. That's the market price for it in aftermarket sales, because you can't get them new, yeah? And also, if you just want to change the cloth, you have to find an unoriginal cloth, which doesn't really guarantee fitment, though it says it'll fit. And that's $500 on eBay currently. I'll link you to those, but yeah. Many want the famous yellow seats, you know, from Recaro. Those are $9,000 for the pair. $9,000, which is crazy to me. Of course, it would match the valve cover, and I had yellow spoon wheels before, but as you saw, they are now white. And the reason they're white is because here in Portugal, they're more accustomed to wheels being white, so the police doesn't give me as much issues because it's not a distractionary color. It's what they call it. So I changed it to that, but yeah, still a pain. Everything here, at least, is difficult to get through. In America, it seems like things are easier to get passing inspections and laws, etc., depending on which state you're in. But I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of pain in the ass moments, I would say, for you to just have everything the way you want it to be. Then you have insurance, then you have the road tax, and in Portugal, both of those are quite high, even though the car is old. So based on just a regular Portuguese salary, owning one of these cars, which would be in general like a cheap car to own, is expensive. Just keeping it is expensive. And I understand that people have been wanting to have these cars, yeah, for a long time, and now just feel time is slipping away. I'm very fortunate to have mine. I'm very fortunate, but truly, guys, it's getting to a point where these middle, how do you say, middle segment cars, right? The ones below the NSX, the ones below the Supras, and all of these are now starting to reach the same amount of cost and issues to get hold of as they are. So what would you do? I want you to tell me, even though you maybe don't own a specific brand car, let's say you don't own a Honda Integra, but you own something else, and you're experiencing the same issues. Let us know what you're doing to deal with it. How are you setting aside your budget? Do you know people? Do you get people to help you to do things? I have to do that, and I have a lot of good friends that have been helping me with this car. Yet it still feels like it never gets fully fixed. I'll be bringing you along for a lot of it this year. The process of the wheels should have been better documented, so I'll do my best to do that in the future. But maintenance work and the refits of a few of the gaskets will have to be done, and it's just stuff that happens. It's literally because these studs, and I'll show you these. It's because these studs here, these here, aren't strong enough to keep the pressure on, because they've gotten old and they've been opened and closed too many times. So I need new. You know what that costs me? With the shipping, it's almost 170 euros. Makes no sense, because these parts are super small. That's what it costs. It's getting expensive, guys. So let me know. And also, if you want me to continue talking about the car in specificity like this, just bringing on the journey of building this car and finishing it, then like this video, share it with someone, and let's see if I can keep your interest. And also share your cars if you have YouTube channels with your cars, your Integras. I'm very interested in seeing and connecting with you. So please, let's make this a regular thing.